Hey everyone, so in this video we are going to discuss sex magic. Now I do have a previous video up about astral sex projection or astral sex, and you can find that in my videos, but I will also link that here below in the description or in the comments, probably just in the description, if you would like to check out the difference between astral projection or astral sex projection versus true blown sex magic. Because I will say there is slightly a difference, and I know there's a stepping out of my boundaries, but I believe that when we step out of our boundaries, we become more stronger, confident, and essentially more powerful. So let's get into this video about sex magic. So according to ancient knowledge and ancient history, sexual magic and sexual energies are a way to boost your own spiritual progression. It's like one of those little hidden keys, those hidden secrets, the ones that we always discuss here on my channel. There's always these hidden keys and hidden information that we're trying to get our hands wrapped around. Well, sex magic, if you're trying to look for a boost or trying to get a way to maybe boost your own special practice, and this is, basically this is going to be a really good way to do that. So the sexual energy of the human orgasm is basically an expression of the creative power within this universe. For one, sex magic can be very fun, mysterious, and magical. It can also be very mind-altering as well. During sexual activities, your mind is in a state of altered state of consciousness, basically. Now, in an altered state of consciousness, this is when your magic can be the most powerful. And it doesn't always have to involve just sex activity. In general, when you are in that altered state of consciousness, that's when you are at your strongest to fully perform the most magical workings that you can think of or that you desire. When a person experiences orgasm, it's a sense of ecstasy, it's a sense of release, it's a sense of excitement, and no time evolves. There is no time. You're living in that moment. It's bliss. It's so much fun, and it's a very magical experience. Especially when two people are together performing their sexual activities for a desired goal that they both are trying to reach together. And it doesn't always have to necessarily be two people with the same goal. It could just be separate, personal, intimate to one of you. Now, sexual activities are fun. No one can deny that. There's no one in this world that can deny that sexual activities are not fun. Yeah, it may be a little bit of a strange topic to discuss, or it might be something that some people feel ashamed of discussing, or they don't feel comfortable about it. But in reality, sex activity is very fun and enjoyable. And we should just let go of all these labels and what people tell us about it and get out and start experiencing it for yourself with someone you care about. Sexual activity is all about two people coming together and becoming one, transforming together into this beautiful realm where there is no clock, no time, and nobody else is around. It's just you and them. Now, when you get to the peak, when you're going to be exchanging the energies, this is going to be the time to bring about that desired goal. And we'll go into it a little bit more in depth here in just a moment. So we know that our body is sacred, and that sex is a gift from the universe. Basically, sexual pleasure in general is a gift. It's a gift of pure energy, just waiting to be used to your personal benefit in your own personal practice. And that is uplifting and empowering in itself. Essentially, during sexual activities, the energy is being exchanged between you and the other individual. You're building it up to this explosion, which is orgasm. So you're building it up to this experience, okay? Now, during that exact moment of the sexual arousal, that second moment of that explosion point is the time for you to set that desired goal, intention, manifestation out there into the universe with that explosion, aka orgasm. This is definitely the time where you can manifest that which you desire. And believe it or not, this is the most strongest piece of power that you hold within yourself. Basically, you know this because at that moment of that explosion, you literally almost have no control of your body. Right at that explosion, it's your release, your chance, your opportunity to push your power, your intention out there, to truly manifest a seriously desired goal. Basically like a poof of energy that is exchanged and discharged out into the universe. So you're releasing that energy out into the universe to fulfill the desired goal. And the receiving will be when you begin to start receiving that energy back. And it's quite powerful and extremely magical. It's sort of like the last video I made that discusses receiving and releasing energy. I'll also note that one here in the comments as well. It's a very powerful video in itself. If you haven't seen it, you might want to check it out as well. So going back, if you release this energy at the explosion point the correct and proper way, then you will definitely receive back your desired goal. Now this can be done by yourself, of course. It doesn't have to always be two. It's very powerful because you're the one that's holding the power within yourself. So yes, it can be quite powerful if two people come together with the same intention, the same exact goal, and make the magic happen that way. But it's also very achievable to achieve exactly what you want by yourself. Now, sigils are very, very powerful also for performing your sexual magic. And I do have a video on sigil magic as well. I guess I'll go ahead and add that one into the comments as well and post it in the comments. So you can check that one out later if you're a little unfamiliar about what exactly sigil magic is. Now, with sigil magic, it's very powerful. So you might want to look this up before you actually just delve right in. But with sigil magic, you can draw certain symbols and empower them with your own personal power. And during a sexual magic activity, you could actually have this sigil drawn on you and your skin. You could tattoo it, but I wouldn't suggest that because you would always have it on you. So you could draw it on yourself. You could write it on a sheet of paper and carry it in your pocket or have it somewhere quite near you by the bed or wherever you may be during this experience. The idea is to just have something with you. Like here's an example. You could just simply just get you a flat rock outside. This is something I have. I have a sigil on the back. I'm not going to show it to you. But the front is just the pentacle. And as you see, it's just a flat, thin rock. Very powerful, straight from nature. Don't have to go and buy anything. All you need is a Sharpie, which most people have around the house anyway. And draw your sigil on top. Now this is not obviously a sexual energy sigil. It's just a personal, pentacle on a rock because I have something on the back that signifies. Anyway, that's irrelevant. The point is, get some way to have this sigil created with your power, blessed in the way that you want to bless it, and keep it on you or keep it with you during this sex magic experience. You could also even have this in a necklace. Like I have this locket. I've showed this to you guys a few times before. I actually have it on a longer chain now because I'm wearing something else that's I love. So what you can do is just get a locket and put it inside. Like that's something I do. So yeah, that's one thing that you could do there is have it in a necklace so that you have it on you. And it's, your energy is going into that sigil in the locket. Now, I like sigils because I like to look at them as a serious boost to your own magical practice. So if you have a sigil and you're performing a sex magic ritual or a sex magic experience with someone and you're really focused and you really have that determination, you're going to make this manifest. It may take some practice. Sure, everything takes practice, right? But it's a quite amazing experience. And in reality, if you just stay calm and enjoy it, at that burst, that's when you're really going to be able to fulfill your intention or send it out to the universe to start manifesting it. And with this sigil, it's sort of a boost. So basically, you can just use intense focus onto the sigil to help boost this magical performance that you're going to do involving a sexual activity. Now, also, you can use sigil magic for any magical workings or for any manifestation or intentions you're trying to put out there. You can literally use it for anything. Sigil magic is amazing, and like I said, I'll link that into the description as well if you'd like to check it out. Now here's the good news. There's no rules to sex magic. Would you believe it? Well, I hope you do, because there is no rules to sex magic. It's just pure joy, love, involvement, and the submission of one person. And of course, it takes focus and concentration. Definitely. because those are kind of like key ingredients in order to make this kind of go. It's kind of like you can't just go boil water with nothing in it, or boil your water, but just after it boils, start simmering it without having any ingredients in it, or it's just going to be just hot water. You have to add your ingredients to the water to make it become something that you can eat. So it's the same way with this. You've got to have your ingredients to add to your water in order to manifest your desire. It's just as simple as that. And yes, it can be physical items, but most of it truly comes from your inner self. That confidence, that power, that focus, that inner awareness, that knowing that you are in control of your life. You have the power to do and manifest and have whatever you want in creating your own way. Now, I know it sounds like super exciting, and you're probably ready to get started right now. But before you do, I'm going to share with you a few things that may help in increasing, even more so, your sex magic. So I'm just going to share with you 3 magical principles that you want to remember during your sex magic experience. Number 1 is generating your sexual energy to bring power into this magical sex experience. Putting the focus and the intent out there. You have to know what it's going to be before you get started. Don't say, well, let me get started and then I'll figure it out. No. You want to make sure that you know exactly what you want and what you're trying to do before you get started. Because that way, the energy's been built up, especially within you. And it's kind of like when you're really excited to be with someone, and you're building up that tense, that excitement, and you just can't wait to just basically just rip the clothes off or something, you know what I mean? So it's like you're building this up inside you with the intention, same as that, so that once you get to that burst of explosion, you're going to be able to really truly release that experience that you're having within yourself, as well as that magical intent. Number 2 is plant the desired manifestation into the intent at the exact time of the explosion. Number 3 is know that exactly what you're doing is creating the alchemy to create exactly what you're desiring. Knowing that this will become your reality. Knowing that it will become your reality. Now, I'm actually going to even share with you a few ways to actually begin this. And this is 7 steps to get you started. Number 1 is you want to designate a sacred space. Set the vibe in the room. Light some candles. If you like to smell incense, have that going. Maybe have some soft music in the background or whatever type of music you want. It doesn't have to be music. It could just be silence in the room. Whatever you want that creates your sacred space. Create your sacred space the way you desire and intend to. Number 2 is you want to calm your mind and focus on your breathing. Basically, the idea is to just relax and enjoy the experience. If you are with someone and you're doing sex magic with someone, then you may want to, breathe together. Have your breathing in sync together and focusing on one another. And number 3 is, this is when your intention is going to come into play. You're going to focus and reflect on that desired goal. Keep it in your mind throughout the entire experience. Let it stay alive within you the whole time. But at that time of release, let it go with all your energy and power within. You don't want to let it go too soon. You want to make sure that you hold that intent with you during the whole sexual activities experience. Hold it within you until that moment that you know it's right, and then release it. Same time you release the explosion. It might be hard at first to get them in sync, but trust me, if you do that, it's going to work amazing for you. Number 4 is let the orgasm and that powerful energy within the orgasm build and build within inside you. Don't let go just yet. Keep building it up. You don't want to let go and climax too soon. You want to hold it in, because you're essentially, when you're holding it in and you're basically building and building and building up more energy, more power. So at the right time to release, it releases it, and that energy is going to be released out into the universe. Because when you're building it up, you're letting it circulate throughout your body. So it's really, really gathering all your power into that intention to achieve your desired intent. Number 5 is raising your energy. Now, raising your energy might be at the time where foreplay begins to happen. So at this point, you're touching yourself, or touching your partner, or your partner is touching you. It's all about arousing your senses and your energy. Now, you can stay in this flow for as long as you would like, while you're building it up, while you're having a fun experience. You can hold on to it as long as you want until the time is ready to release. Then, that's when you will release. And then, bam, the explosion happens. Energy's out, ready to receive. Actually, number 5 should have been number 4. So I apologize, I said those backwards. And number 6 is calm down. Calm down and focus on your breathing and seeing your desire become a manifestation. See it in motion. See it that it is already happening. See yourself achieving that exact manifestation that you set out to achieve. Number 7 is watch and see what happens. You may be surprised, so be sure to pay super close attention to everything and anything that's going on around you. Pay close attention to how you feel. I'm sure that feeling right after you finish is going to be bliss, ecstasy, just amazing. It's also going to feel quite romantic, and if you are performing a magical sex energy or performing sex magic, you're going to feel completion. Know you've won, and you're ready to set out and see what comes. Know that you've won, and that you're ready to receive the gifts that are going to be provided to you. Now, the gifts will come because you have released your energy out in a magical intent to receive. So thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you would like, please feel free to contact me or leave any comments or questions in the box below. And if you need to email me, it's ivywind@gmail.com. I do look forward to hearing from you guys. And you don't have to go into detail on sharing your experience, but just let me know what you think. Have you tried this before? Has it worked? Have you used other ingredients that may have worked for you? Just share with me your thoughts or reach out in an email. And I truly appreciate you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.